So the night that she came to watch the dog, or was supposed to be watching the dog, we were gone for a few hours, and my husband and I started getting some very panicked text messages from Amanda while we were at our event. And so we saw the text messages come through. We knew something was wrong. So my husband called her, and as she told the story, the dogs had been playing together very roughly. And keep in mind, this was a...
What kind of dog is the older dog?
A golden retriever. So...
A golden?
A golden, yes.
So a 60-pound dog?
A 60-pound dog, yes.
I know my dogs. So just a second. So the 60-pound dog, and what kind of a dog did you bring into the house?
It was a pug.
It was a pug.
Puppy.
So a small, playful dog. And how old a pug did you bring into the house?
She was 8 weeks old.
And how old is the golden?
About a year and a half at the time.
And the golden had been the only dog in the house?
Had been the only dog in the house, but for the 10 days that they lived together, 0 issues. The golden was very, very gentle with her. We watched them closely, but that was like her baby.
Was she there at the time during those 10 days?
She had visited once.
So the answer is no. She wasn't living with you for the 10 days that you and your husband were living there.
No.
But you and your husband were living there. So the golden was comfortable enough. I know. I have brought in younger dogs with my older dogs. One of them went into a state of depression and proceeded to put on 5 pounds. She's only supposed to weigh 5 pounds. But walked around miserable because she was unhappy being the only dog for a long time. She went into a depression. Now I have a little dog that's the new puppy, and the new puppy, when there's another little puppy that comes and plays that belongs to one of my grandchildren, she goes into a funk. Well, if you had your golden and it was getting along fine, maybe it was because you and your husband were there. And then when you abandoned the dog with the new puppy...
I would not describe it as abandonment.
Well,
she was very familiar with Amanda.
Just a second. I'm not describing what you may think is abandonment. I'm talking about what a dog thinks is abandonment because you leave. And you leave her alone with this new 8-week-old thing that's running around and playing with its toys and going near its food and all the things that little puppies do because they're puppies. They're not older dogs that are a little more senior. I want you to tell me, so as soon as there was trouble, your daughter called, text, whatever, and your husband called her. And she said the dogs were playing roughly. Is that what you told me?
Yes.
And?
The dogs were playing roughly, and as Amanda admitted to my husband over the phone...
Not admitted. She said to him on the phone...
that she had done nothing.
Just a second. First of all, your husband's not here. And did you say to your mother's husband that you did nothing?
No. I said there was nothing I could do because... Do you want me to explain how it happened?
Yes, because she wasn't there.
We got there, we let the dogs out, and they played for about an hour, and then we...
What do you mean you let them out? Into your yard?
They were in their kennels, because no one was home. And then after about an hour, we sat down and started watching a movie, and they were just at our feet laying. They weren't playing anymore, but I felt like a tug on the blanket, and I thought maybe the puppy wanted to get up on the couch. And then when I looked down, there was just blood everywhere, and it was seizing, and that's why it was tugging on the blanket. And so I panicked, and I had Hunter go and get a towel, and...
That's your boyfriend.
And he called 911, and I tried to do, like, chest compressions. I didn't really know what to do. But it died, like, in under a minute. It was really sad. But after I, like, calmed down enough, I cleaned up the mess, and I... Thank you. I bathed the dog for them so they wouldn't have to see it that way.
Again, take a minute.
And then after I calmed down enough and we had cleaned everything up, I tried to call them and I tried to text them, and neither of them were answering their phones. I tried to track down the hotel they were at and call their room, and then Mason eventually called me back, and I just explained what was happening and how it all happened. And I must have said afterward that there was nothing I could do because there really wasn't.
I got it.